Alright, Brock Bowers, tight end here. Oh, that's beautiful. Great blocking technique. Probably could have pushed him a little bit more, but at least walled him off to allow the running back more space to run inside. But look, that Bowers was a huge reason why that play broke for big yardage. Look at that. Perfect. Really good technique. Probably prefer the right hand to be little bit lower. Maybe around the left pec of the defender here. But he's at least pointing his hips the direction that he wants the defender to be. So, really good job there. So he's the inline tight end here, I think. And he springs free. He's strong. He's pretty... How old is he? He's... I feel like he's been in college for ages. Oh, he's only 21. I don't know what I'm talking about. I think he's just been on the NFL radar for many years. I think that's why, like, as a freshman, he was playing for Georgia, which is a big deal because Georgia's a big-time team. So he's not afraid to get his hands dirty, blocking. He whiffed on that one. What happened there? What, you scared? Square him up, and this guy's already falling down, and just drill his face into the turf, dude. Not this weak shit. You nearly got allowed a TFL. But yeah, as a stand-up blocker, I like him. Walling off the defender. Running a go route. So they're asking him to do a lot. Not sure he could do much there. Yeah. Good two-handed grab there. I like that. And keeps running to get past this defender. So he's gets the ball in the right space. Now I'd prefer him to have a little bit more vision after the catch. So catch this ball, have a quick scan of who's around, see this guy coming through, and then step behind this guy so he's suddenly got a blocker. But instead Bowers just runs forward and this guy can't impact the play as much, and it's just leaving yards on the table. So he's a motion ball carrier. They're asking him to do everything. Alright, so the battle is lost here when he decides to keep running sideways. I think at this point, he needs to realize that, okay, this hat, this hat, this hat, and this hat are all going to shut this shit down outside. He needs to stop and then potentially cut through this hole, or even mess with the defense so much, go back around the quarterback and attack this space. So this is about vision. I think when he has you're not going to get some Travis Kelce after the yards magic from this guy. I don't think he has the vision. And just takes an unnecessary hit here. Bowers, purely based on his blocking prowess, I think if he was drafted in the 4th round, it'd be okay. 3rd round, late 3rd, early 4th round pick he's worthy of, I think. But we're talking these draft pundits, and Mel Kiper would be well aware of what the consensus might be, or at least like who's most popular amongst draft pundits. Like to have him 7th, like, come on guys, you can get a more impactful player with the ball in his hands at tight end, in my opinion. And yeah, Jatavian Sanders. Shush. Is that the best we can do? No, let's get some 720 up in here. Good body control. Seems comfortable holding the ball in his left hand, so that's good. Would probably like him. The great thing about Travis Kelce is that not only is he huge, good catcher of the ball, savvy route runner, is that after the catch he's a monster. I would like Sanders to just stop and now run this way, where there's more space. Whereas he just kind of continues, and now there's less space and the defense can crowd him out, reducing the potential yardage. He gets the first down, but I just feel like his after the catch ability could be a bit better based on this rep. But really aggressive off the line, good body control to make sure he makes a good catch. Grabs it with two hands, so that's good. Are they going to show some blocking here? I hope so. He's a good athlete. Again, safe catch. He can hurdle people. Trick play. Yeah, he's going to be a great catcher of the ball. So probably good red zone threat as well. I want to see some blocking. So he drifts away from the ball here. I would like him to just kind of now stop and even come back to the ball. Because, like, he's drifting away from the ball here, and this is just a sideline catch. Like, he could have done much more here. Like, just stop, catch the ball, and then attack this space. But instead, he's just content. Oh, I suppose he wants to get out of bounds. But his team's got 3 timeouts. I just feel like he left a lot of yards on the table here. Oh my gosh. It's a nice one-handed catch. He's a really good player. He's going to be a good rookie. And I haven't found too many of those like impact rookies in this class yet. So that's exciting. Oh, this will most likely have blocking tape, surely. Wow, so they used him... Oh, no. Oh, he's up here. Here's the blocking. Would like to see the block get stuck a little bit more, but... Angled the guy away from the ball, which is what you want to see. So, just a little minor issue here is like I'd like him to just to jam. See, you can actually like press and jam a defender because this guy could actually be wanting to come in and blitz. So I'd like Sanders to lay his hands on this guy just to disrupt his course to the quarterback if he does decide to blitz. But instead he just allows essentially what would be a free release on the blitz. And maybe a smart cornerback would actually just call an audible here and just like noticing that no one's going to come in and block him and just blitz and just relying on the guys behind him to cover. Because that might be a huge, like, 3rd and 5. Yeah, that might be a huge, like, drive-ending play and even generate a turnover with that kind of pressure. But instead, goes into coverage mode. And look, imagine if this defensive back was in this region at this point. Like, that's a pretty much guaranteed turnover. But instead, look at that. So give me a cornerback who can actually, like, call an audible and blitz a quarterback and identify when it might be appropriate to blitz a quarterback. And, this play, the drive would have been over and potential turnover, I reckon. So that's kind of interesting, isn't it? Sanders is a first-round pick. For sure. Thank you, Adrian Senko, for this stuff. Turning his eyes around. And pretty good ball security and clearly a very strong athlete. Like him to chip the defensive end because the defensive end is now in the quarterback's face. And so there's really no harm in just give. It's not going to stop your route all that much. Just absolutely drop this guy and then get to your spot. He's a little bit lethargic in getting out here, isn't he? Losing his feet. Don't like that. Increases the risk of injury. He's just jogging. He seems almost overweight. He's like defensive tackle sized, I feel like. Alright. He's not a very sudden athlete, so he's probably going to struggle to get separation. Doesn't really understand blocking angles all that well. I would say mid-round pick. He's going to be okay, just by his savviness and ball security, and after catch ability is actually decent because like he's clearly a big, strong guy who's going to be tough to bring down. But look, he's not very sudden of an athlete, and haven't seen it much blocking prowess. See again. As I was talking about before, like, don't just brush a guy, like, decleat him and then get out to your route, because now look what happens. That's a rush and a sack. So this is why I'm wary of tight ends who are considered great receiving tight ends, according to analysts, but are they actually allowing sacks by not, like, chipping a guy at the line of scrimmage? Yeah, mid-round pick for Stover, I would say. Up here. That was pretty good fundamentals as a pass blocker. Like, most of the offensive linemen in this draft that I've evaluated so far don't do that. Like, keeping their hands out, their elbows attached to their hips for strong leverage. Oh, come on, don't be so lazy with your route. Get to your spot. Attack this with everything you've got to create enough separation and momentum so that when you do get the catch, you can just outrun everyone. But he's just lethargic as. It doesn't even make the catch. Whiffs on that block, and his quarterback does get touched as a result. Ugh. That didn't work, did it? I'd almost ask this guy to bulk up just a little bit and play offensive line, because he's good at that, but he's quite slow. That running back's nice. Hitting that hole with authority. What, number 10, what is that? Yeah, look, mid-round grade for Johnson based on pretty good pass protection, actually. He's going to be a good, strong blocker. Didn't really see much else from him, though. No, cut your route short. They're giving you a massive cushion, even though it's 3rd and 13, but just get about 6 or 7 yards of depth here. Now stop short and then try and make something after the catch. Better than just allowing your quarterback to get sacked because absolutely no one's open. Oh, he's a lunger blocking, so he's going to get... All it takes is a little side swipe move and defenders are past him. So he's unwilling to chip before getting out to his route. So his quarterbacks are going to dislike playing with him, I reckon. Nah, I wouldn't draft him. No way. I gotta give Adrian Senko some money. Wonder if I can. Come on, man. Set up a way for me to give you money, dude. Because it's nice getting views, but it doesn't actually translate to cold, hard cash. Does he have an email? There's no way for me to contact him unless I comment on his channel, which I might get around to. Okay, so a lot of problems here. Again, chip at the line of scrimmage. I'm going to have to repeat myself all the time here. And now he needs to run in front of the referee here. Again, why would you run away from where the ball is? Like, do you want the ball or not? So he runs away from the ball, and that gives enough time for the defender to close in and affect this pass. But if he had have just had a really sharp route and run this way, just behind the defensive line and linebackers who've pushed up, that's going to allow him to get free easily. But his choice of where to run here affects that play. So that was on the tight end for sure. That was a nice stutter step. Nice. Good safe grab. Kind of exposing the ball a little bit. Nice. See, this is why as a defender you need to force the receiver outside. Bam, bam. One-on-one blocking allows the inside rush, so that's not good. I'd say a late round pick, not overly impressed. Whiffs on those blocks, but worked out alright because it's weak ass defending. Allows the defender past him. Holy shit. As a tight end, you need to be able to block DBs. And I don't think this guy can, even at the college level. Again, just allows the defender past him. He's soft. Like, drive the guy. Get under his pads and drive him away from the ball. But he's just... Like a lot of the offensive linemen in this draft, he's content with just making contact. But actually, like... force the guy away from the ball. He just shows a lot of tentativeness. It took forever to get to break off the route here. Like, you know, an elite player here, recognizing the kind of cushion they'd have, they would just, off the snap, just attack just straight away. But instead, he just idles up, and then by this time, the quarterback's under pressure, and the defense can react to how the routes are unfolding. So, sorry, I don't like him, Mr. Wiley. Okay, tight end out of a small college. Has he got it? Okay, we'll see what we can get from him just from a highlight tape. Is that him up here? Okay, so just attack this space, please. I know it's 4th and 10, but if you make a catch, you've only got a yard or two to get the first down. Wow, this is a big play. Stop short, because now the defender has some time to catch up. And the DB doesn't make it happen. So, what? I don't care about his basketball career. Good body control there. He took forever to get that going. Like, who are you trying to fool here? No one's even on you. Like, that might look cool in practice, but just keep going. You don't need to try and confuse anyone with all this. And again, he's drifting away from the ball. So it's just now cut short so that it's just the quarterback can just hit you. Because a good DB would close in on this and probably break it up. Again, not making a quarterback's life easier by coming... No, I suppose. I don't know, man. Like, at this point, I think he needs to actually start running back towards the quarterback to guarantee the completion. Again, an NFL-level defensive back should shut this pass down. But it comes through. Okay, so what's going on here? Wow, pretty sudden out of his breaks there. I think that was a replay of what we just saw. Got some toe tapping ability. Good ball security. Willing to stay up, so that's good. Can fight for extra yards. What happens here? Would like him to protect his body a little bit, like make the catch and maybe even like jump and have your knees towards the defender so that the defender comes off as worse off than you do. That's a big hit. Like, there was a catch from Keelan Cole where, was it Zach Wilson threw him a hospital pass where Keelan Cole could have been lit up across the middle. But Keelan Cole turns his back to the defender, catches the ball, and then does a backflip and almost lands on his feet. And that's what the elite defenders do, right? Elite players do. I'm just going on my website here, which you can check out. Link is in the bio. I haven't signed in. We'll see if the first 20 seconds shows this. Oh, it does. All right. Here's Keelan Cole. Right, he knows a hit. Okay, see, hospital pass. I think, is it Flacco? This defender could absolutely end Keelan Cole's career, right? So Cole recognizes this. He knows what kind of danger he's in. So he turns his body to the defender so that he doesn't take a full head-on hit where he could get a massive concussion. Catches the ball, does a backflip, and almost lands on his feet. That is a great player because he's protecting his body even when there's all these conditions where he could absolutely get destroyed, right? That is some phenomenal athleticism. But I haven't seen Pline able to avoid contact or like dangerous contact that easily. So taking on these tacklers front on isn't ideal, I think. I think he needs to go inside here where all the space is. Just kind of, you know, the nice little fend, but would have liked him to fight for more space here. I think a mid-round pick is alright for him. We haven't seen any blocking, but I think he'll be okay at it because of his size and some of the attention to detail he's got. So I'd say mid-round pick. Yeah, let's move on, guys. Come on. There's plenty of players here that we need to get through, so I'm not going to just get hung up on one player. See, that was pretty coming out of his route pretty sudden. I like that. Safe hands. Alright, so he's clearly been asked to go deep here, but it's a comeback route, I think, is it? Is he, what number is he? Oh no, that wasn't him. He must have been asked to just run a deep route here. But, you know, take what the defense gives you. I just feel like he probably should have just run a quick curl here. So then he's isolated one-on-one against the linebacker. And then if the quarterback doesn't immediately pass it to him, then he's got to work for extra space. But at least it means that, like, then a safety could come up, and then there might be something on deep. So, yeah. Didn't show very good blocking fundamentals there. Again, running deep. What's the point of running deep if your quarterback's under duress? The great thing about Travis Kelce at tight end is that... Oh, so he eventually makes this catch. Damn. Great thing about Travis Kelce is that he's a very quarterback-friendly player in that he's always trying to get open, even if it's only open like 2 or 3 yards down the field. He's not getting greedy, going for deep stuff. He'd rather get a short completion than his quarterback getting sacked, even if it means that he's leaving a potential like 50-yard touchdown on the table. Ugh, probably a late round pick because I can see some athleticism from this guy. And, you know, he's got his hands on the defender here, but he just doesn't have the balance required, I don't think. Doesn't stick with the blocks. And doesn't have the ability to ad-lib routes, which I'd like to see out of players. And look, yeah, he doesn't have good understanding of the game. Like, this defender, it was utterly useless him even being there. So, late round grade on this fella, Devin Culp. See, pre-snap I can kind of tell when a player doesn't really know what they're doing. And of course this guy could actually be a Hall of Fame talent player and I'm just an idiot. But like you look at Dallas Goedert and he's way more stable pre-snap. Like he's crouching right down and his body's like upright. He's a great tight end and I think that just means that he's going to have balance because this guy's leaning forward. So all it's going to take is the defensive lineman just grabbing his pads and pushing him down, driving his face into the dirt. And, you know, he's off balance and whiffs on this block immediately. But that was pretty good blocking fundamentals. But again, just he's content with his work. He doesn't play to the whistle. Getting inside, but would have preferred him to drive him outside here. But he's looking like a decent blocker, actually. Shuffling sideways is good. Yeah. Getting to his spot. This is beautiful. Getting to his spot. And now the defender has to go through him to get to the ball. So that's outstanding. I like him a lot. Kind of lazy route here. Again, just look how much space the defense is giving you. Just stop short right before the first down marker and then just fall over the first down marker at the very least, or then do stuff after the catch, because he's getting a lot of space here. But the quarterback completely overlooks him. He had one read, that quarterback, and didn't make the right one. Okay, that was poor work there. He was probably asked to go to the second level. And thinking that his offensive lineman will come through and take out the edge defender. But I just don't think there's any harm in just... Look, what should have happened here? He should have stayed in, right? Taken care of this guy. And that means that these big boys can come through to the second level. Which isn't how the play is designed, but that's what smart players do. Is they take out the initial threat and then... trust teammates to do work after that. But it all goes to shit because Reiman doesn't take care of that first defender. He's strong after the catch. Come on. He's got some potential, but he's not consistent enough. Like, he does some really good things, but then his bad plays are pretty tough. Look, again, getting to his spot. And look, this defender can't impact the play at all. And the same problem of not running back to the ball. Drifting away, which means that there's a high chance of him getting laid out as well. And then he takes on the tackler face on. I think third round pick, like I'd say a late round pick is like round 6 to 7, mid round pick is 4 to 5, and so a third round pick I think for Reiman would be appropriate. Right, now look at fullback / H backs. You got a chip, bruh. You got a chip. Where is he amongst all this? That's a pretty strong block. Doesn't hold on to it, and then the defender tackles his teammate. Yeah. Again, allows the defender free rein. He shows some willingness to be physical, so that's good. I think this is him. Yeah. What should have happened here? I reckon ad-libbing the route and running to where the space is, like out here, would be interesting, but he sort of just stays the course and it doesn't really work out, does it? Come on, the quarterback can escape that, can't he? Look, he can be... He whiffs on this completely. Just But he's got something because he's clearly got physicality. So... And he's got pretty quick feet, so probably a late round grade on him. Oh, yuck. Holy shit. This is textbook how not to play. Oh, this guy's getting into the backfield? Oh, nah, don't worry about it. It'll be right. And it's only because this running back had a really smooth spin move and the defender was weak as shit that it's not a horrific TFL. And look, are you telling me that all the best players are actually from all these big schools? It's either big schools or just schools that no one's heard of. What about all the in-between? Like, some of the best players I've evaluated since 2018 from, like, Bronte Harris out of University of Alabama, Birmingham. I don't know. I could go on all day about some of the schools of all these talented guys, but you're telling me that, like, Washington has 2, like, potentially draftable tight ends? Like, it might be the case, but, from what I can see from Westover, like, just weak, man. Like, okay, scouts might have seen a lot of tape because they were playing big games. Did they win the whole thing? Or they lost in the final game, I forget. Okay, that was a pretty sudden break, but look, allows the defender past him. It's just awful. Think about the health of your teammate. Don't be lazy. See, where, what was his name? Reiman. So, Reiman got to inside and then face the defender. But Westover's technique is like almost turning his back to the defender, and it clearly doesn't work. But he's quite a good athlete, so maybe late round grade. But he has some pretty unforgivable blocking techniques, which will also contribute to holding penalties, which can break the back of your team. Turns his head back pretty quick, so that was good. So, okay, I'm ready for the ball now. So that helps the quarterback out. Oh, see, that's why another reason why you need to drive the defender away from the ball as much as possible, rather than just making contact, is that it reduces the risk that the pile can come in and like mess your ankle up. Okay, so he's on the outside here. So they trust his athleticism to get to the outside route, so that's interesting. But again, cut it short and help your quarterback out. I'd say a late round grade on Westover. Pretty smooth with that route. At least he drew a double team here, so that would hopefully allow some shit to get open elsewhere. Doesn't work out. I would like him to not be so hasty to get outside. Like, at least just make sure that these guys are blocked inside and then move outside. But instead, like, these defensive linemen are coming in on the ball carrier, and I would have preferred Holker to be actually blocking the defensive tackles here, and doesn't even stick his own block. So, again, this is the tight end's job. The tight end shouldn't be afraid to block the defensive tackle. And this defensive line is eating the offensive line apart, so a great tight end would actually help out his blockers here. So he needs to sit back and understand what the threats are to the ball and block this defensive tackle, but instead it's a TFL, right? But, like, it's hard for, like, a lot of these guys show enough balance and enough strength to at least, like, potentially not be a complete liability on, like, special teams and stuff. But, look, just run faster. Sprint. Run with 100% towards this hole. And, look, again, running away to allow the defender to collapse in on the ball. And look what happens. Oh, God. So frustrating. See, that was good work. It's just taking his time and meets the guy that he has to. So that's good. So late round pick for this dude. I've got better things to do, frankly. Here we go. Oh, they trust him to make some plays after the catch. Okay. The elite players would at least beat the first defender. And this guy just takes the tackle and just falls over. Holy shit, that was textbook how not to play running back. Chip. Whiffs on the block. Nah, I wouldn't draft this guy. I've had enough of watching mediocre players, frankly. Trey Knox. Come on, show me, Trey, what you got. Here he is in the backfield. Wouldn't draft him. Thank goodness. So, what do we know? Yeah. Sanders. Pline. Reiman. The top guys, I think. Bowers is okay. Anyway, give me some money, you guys. Come on. Give me some money. So if you hit the subscribe button on my website, we've got $3 a month to watch all the videos on my site, which isn't just sports. It's like short films and cool stuff like that. Underrated Sports Vids Tier 1, which would allow you access to that Keelan Cole highlight tape, including other highlights that you might not have seen from past NFL seasons. That's Tier 1, $2.50. And then Tier 2 is $3.50. And you get to watch some videos I've poured like a dozen hours into. Give me money. I want money. I like money. To quote Ryan Gosling's character in The Big Short. And I'm at 199 subs, so let's get to that 200, baby. And then add on maybe 1,000 more, and then I can start getting paid by YouTube. But my word of advice to YouTubers is try and figure out a way to make money outside of YouTube, because I've been at this for years, and look at the kind of views I've got. Like, the channel itself has 213,000 views, and I've got not even 200 subscribers, right? Got some videos in the absolute, thousands of views, and it hasn't translated to me earning a dime from it all. So try and make money from outside YouTube. Use YouTube as a promotional tool for paid content. That's my advice.